What is divine command theory? Divine command theory is the theory that what is good is so because of God's demands. If divine command theory is true, then God's commands are simply what creates goodness and badness. This concept is known as the Euthyphro dilemma. Divine command theory is not a moral guide for what's right or wrong, how to find truth, atheism, or natural law theory. Divine command theory supports the idea that God's commands are what creates goodness and badness, but is unknowable by humans. Many Christians and religions believe more in natural law theory. That is because under divine command theory, bad actions would be ones ordained by God himself and not by individual decisions. If an individual was to commit an act against humanity, such as murder or robbery, that person would be able to say that this action was ordained and is thus permissible under God. In the Euthyphro dialogue, the question of why is asked. The question of why is God commanding things? Is God commanding things just because he wants to, or is it random? Or take example, someone driving over individuals with a bus. When individuals are driven over with a bus, it's going to hurt or potentially kill them. Does God command that people shouldn't drive people over with a bus simply because he doesn't like to see people get driven over with a bus, or because the negative effects or the negative impact that individuals will have after being hit by a bus? And because God sees the negative impacts of being driven over by a bus, he says that these actions are wrong because he knows that he doesn't want his people to be hurt. This is pretty much the logic behind natural law theory, or that God follows the natural law theory rather than divine command theory. Divine command theory would leave open for mistakes of God, or God to make things that are morally impermissible permissible. Natural law theory states that God commands actions simply because they are good and he is good. If natural law theory is correct, then good can exist without God. Divine command theory can be disproven because God would have the power to make impermissible actions permissible in each and every individual's head just by changing his own mind. Wes Morriston formalizes the idea of divine command theory by using the following scheme. DCT entails that whatever God commands is morally obligatory. This means you must follow God's command even if the command does not apply to you. God could command X. So if DCT is true, X could be morally obligatory. But X could be not morally obligatory. Therefore, DCT is false.